Hey everybody, I'm back with the final abomination from Zombicide 2.0, and he's primed in gray seer, and this is the Hobomination, or Hobomination? Anyways, we start off with some Scale 75 Instant Colors Dead Flesh, and this has been used before. You've seen it in my videos. I'm starting to really like this instant color stuff. Might have to pick up some more of this, and we're going to be doing this on all the flesh. I want to do four different flesh styles on these abominations, and that's why we start off with this one on this miniature. And of course we use some Volupus Pink for the tongue, which we've been using on most of these miniatures. And then we're going to move on to some Cygor Brown contrast, and this is going to be for the entirety of his, I would say, leather jacket. And I found that Cygor Brown gives it almost that really looking dirty, gritty coat, you know, like a big raincoat style or a trench coat or whatever you want to call it, and it looks really good. Just gotta be careful though, this one, if you do go over it a second time, it gets a lot darker, so you have to be careful with that. Now this abomination seems to have a fence coming out of his shoulder, so we're going to put a little bit of rough iron on that and a couple of the other spikes that are protruding. Now to do those pieces of wood that he's got hanging on his arm and on his chest, we're going to use some snake bite leather. I want to give it a kind of dirty or used light wood look, and I found this was better. And of course, if I would use a darker wood, it would have blended in too much with the coat. Now to do his wraps around his hands, we're going to be using some Banshee Brown. I didn't want to use a contrast on this, I just wanted to use a color, but I did mix in some medium that I have. Just so that it goes on a little easier and lighter, and that it grabs that gray underneath to give it that cool effect, and to be almost like a contrast paint. I also do the wraps around his feet as well. Alright, now we're going to put some Space Wolves Grays on those pigeons he has sitting on his back. I figured that was the closest color to having to pigeons. I don't want to go into great detail for it. A little bit of contrast paint on there, and boom, it's done. Now we're going to do his jeans with some Griff Charger Gray. I was going a little high on the camera, it was perfect, but you want to see the pants. And you know what? It gives it that real jean look, I find. It was really good for that color. Now we're going to use my famous Apothecary White for his beard. Very simple. Now to do all those boils popping on him, we're going to put some Disgusting Slime, which is an effects paint from the Army Painter. Now we're going to do a little something different with the blood for the Blood God. We're actually going to write "Help Me," which is already on this piece of wood, and above it says "Please," so I'm actually just tracing the letters with the blood, so it looks like he wrote this with his own blood, or maybe another person's blood. And then I just quickly go over the other colors just so that they pop a little bit more, and I do put some of his blood like around that gate that he has, and some other protruding parts, and just on his jeans here and there where it looks like he's got like some scratches, just to fill in the gaps. And also, if you made any mistakes, this is a good way to clear them up. Now we're going to do the base with some Armageddon Dunes, which is like a sandy, muddy kind of stuff, and I barely have any of this left, so I figured I might as well use it on this miniature. You can see it almost looks like peanut butter going on there. And you have to let this dry, but I put it in front of a fan. It dries really quickly. I did not apply any wash or any other paint to it, no dry brushing, no nothing, because I like the way it came out in the end. So I do paint the base of the rim black, and I finish off the Hobomination that way. Alright, so that's the Hobomination painted and ready for the table. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, and comment down below what I should be painting next. Have a good day, and we'll see you in the next one.